26 years ago. It is insane to think 26 years ago is just a little tell you on the spot, a little tots, if you will, and I was aboard the USS Intrepid the day that Lex Luger body slammed Yokozuna. And this is always one that brings, you know, fond memories to me. I was on there with my late father, and it was something where I just remember that morning him not telling me what we were doing, because this was something that it was built up on WWE television, but like when you're a little kid and you're just watching this, you know, Saturday morning WWE, Sunday morning WWE, something that's similar to, I guess, cartoons in a way, you don't always remember, you know, hype and different things to that extent. You're just kind of enjoying it for what it is. So I did not realize what was going on, but it was actually really interesting. He just said to me, hey, we're going to head down to the city. We're going to go on a boat, and I think you'll enjoy it when you get there. And we went down, and lo and behold, I remember it being like 110 degrees. It was super hot. I'm trying to go and get some of the participants for you guys here. But it was a really good, in my opinion, way for WWE to build up a new star. And they did it with, obviously, Lex Luger. And the idea behind this came off the heels of Yokozuna defeating Hulk Hogan for the King of the Ring, for the title at King of the Ring 1993. Getting his, I guess, his second run with the world title in WWE, and doing so, and just really kind of taking over. And so this kind of built up a big kind of one-day deal where they were having Yokozuna versus the world, and the idea was that they were going to have Yokozuna versus WWE superstars, and also I think there was a jockey. I think there was NFL superstars, NBA superstars, different folks to that extent that were welcome on board to attempt to slam Yokozuna. And if the person did, they'd win like a big red, white, and blue truck. And what ended up happening was they had all these different participants. It was Macho Man Randy Savage, Crush, who I remember becoming one of the closest ones, Scott Steiner, Tatanka, Bob Backlund, Rick Steiner, Russ Francis, Lee Ronson, Peter Taglianetti, Bill Fralick from the NFL, Scott Burrell, who had like just been drafted to the NFL. And it wasn't particularly expensive. I don't remember how much it was, but I do remember just being there and being the happiest person ever, like the happiest kid around, that here I am on the USS Intrepid, and going in there and seeing the kind of the USS Intrepid Museum that exists out there. And it was a great way to start the day. It was legitimately on the 4th of July. And I just remember being so hot. And it's funny, the stories you hear that it was so hot and Yokozuna was standing right on the ring mat and had like little flip-flops on there, and he'd kick them off once in a while to do a pose. And as the story goes, Mr. Fuji ended up kicking those flip-flops out of the ring, and Yokozuna's feet burning up immensely, and him kind of bouncing around but still having to be a tough guy, which was pretty funny. But obviously the event ends with Lex Luger coming down via helicopter, shoving Bobby Heenan aside and standing up for America that day as he body slams Yokozuna. And this really kicks off because remember, the idea behind really King of the Ring and those events in June, July, and August, really June, July, would be to set up your build for SummerSlam. So this really set up the summer of Lex Luger, him going around doing that world tour, that tour throughout the United States, going and visiting different shelters, visiting different events, going on different radio shows in the Lex Express bus, and then going around and really stating his claim that he wanted to win the world title and planned to do so by defeating Yokozuna at SummerSlam. So this was a really good start, I thought, to this. It was WWE's attempt to really go out and find their next Hulk Hogan, because this is they're planning for the first time not having Hulk Hogan moving forward after WrestleMania 9. So it was, after King of the Ring 1993. So it was interesting to that extent. One of the things that I always remember about it was that Lex Express deal and that You'll Be My Hero music video. And it's funny, if you go into that WWE archives, to that hidden gems section right now, you could actually go and watch all of the unreleased extended footage from that music video. So all those little pieces where you see Lex speaking at an event or Lex on a radio show, they have like 20 to 30 minutes of him doing all of those different things, him at a charity event, him doing different things to that extent. You really get a feel for really how tough Lex Luger probably was to deal with at the time, because you could tell he doesn't love doing a lot of the stuff that he was doing. But, they even have like, they're filming different things of Lex Express coming down the highway, and you even hear people kind of chatting about the shots they're trying to get. Really interesting stuff. if you do have some time. And I think there's like 3 or 4 hours of it. Like, there's a lot. They even have the extended, unreleased USS Intrepid deal, that entire special of the Stars trying to body slam Yokozuna, which had never been released. It had only been like highlights shown on Raw. And I remember being, you know, little kid, super excited that that this happened. It felt like I had my new Hulk Hogan, and always felt, to this day, I still stand by it, that Lex Luger should have got the win at SummerSlam 1993. And if you'd like to check that out, again, in the archives, I'll put a link right in the comment section. You can go and check out our full watch along to SummerSlam 1993 if you want to get your SummerSlam hype rolling over the next couple of weeks.